Welcome to the Norsk Museum and Maga Tak. Welcome and many thanks for joining us. This building is on the National Register of Historic Buildings. Located in Norway, Illinois, the oldest permanent Norwegian settlement in America. This scene takes place on opening day, which is held annually on the first Saturday in June. The Viking ship is a quarter-scale version of a true Viking ship, everything handcrafted as they did 1,200 years ago. The National Norwegian Memorial is just a quarter-mile west of town on Kling-Pearson Highway, or Illinois Route 71. Just behind the National Memorial is the Nelson Cemetery. The Nelson family is part of the original slooper passengers of 1825. Kling-Pearson's sister, Carrie, is buried here. This cemetery is part of the Nelson Farm, which is still in the same family. They homesteaded the Virgin Prairie in 1835. Another historic cemetery is located directly behind the museum. More original founders are buried here, including Charles Brosenius, the founder of the Norway store. Kling-Pearson, the father of the Norwegian immigration, first came to America in 1821 as an agent between the New York Quakers and the Quakers in Norway. He is responsible for bringing the first group of Norwegians, the sloopers, to America in 1825. This soon led to the Great Immigration. Within the next 80 years, 25% of the population of Norway would come to America. This is a replica of the ship Restoration, which carried the first group in 1825. This tiny ship only has one mast, thus making it a sloop-style ship. The original 53 passengers would forever be called sloopers. This first group, mostly from Stavanger, Norway, came to America for religious freedom. The combination of the Quakers and the Hauge Lutherans. The voyage took them 98 days. One of the ship owners was Daniel Rosdale. He came with his wife and 4 children. This was his family trunk. In 1975, King Olaf came to Norway, Illinois, to help us celebrate the 150th anniversary of the sloopers coming to America. In 2025, we will be celebrating the 200th anniversary. King Olaf dedicated this monument at the National Norwegian Memorials. Governor Dan Walker dedicated Illinois Route 71 as Kling-Pearson Highway. Most every fall, we are graced by a tour bus from Norway, Europe. They are fascinated to learn more about their cousins who came to America. This 1880s altar and pulpit were donated by the Fox River Lutheran Church. The Norway Hauge Lutheran Church and the Fox River Church merged in 1917. The Hauge Church was used as the Fox River Annex until 1973, when we took it over as a museum. Reverend Elling Eilson came to Norway, Illinois, Fox River Settlement in 1839. He was the first Norwegian Lutheran minister in America, building the first Norwegian Lutheran church here. Eilson eventually moved to Wisconsin, starting about 75 Hauge churches between here and the Dakotas. Here are many more examples of trunks on display. Leaving your birth country forever and only having one trunk? What would you pack? On the balcony are two Viking shields. In 1893, the Columbia Exposition, Chicago World's Fair were celebrating the 400th anniversary of Columbus rediscovering America. A newspaperman in Norway commissioned a Viking replica and sailed it to America for the first time to prove that Leif Erikson could make the voyage. The 1890 buggy was discovered by this couple while visiting their ancestral farm in Norway. The cousins in Norway gave them the buggy and shipped it to America, while their nephew had it restored. Skiing was invented in Scandinavia over 2,000 years ago. No wonder most of the Winter Olympic events are dominated by Norway. Bunad is a traditional Norwegian national costume. It is common to wear a bunad at various celebrations, such as folk dancing, confirmations, weddings, and especially the May 17th National Day celebrations. Every region in Norway has its own unique style of a bunad. It has become the national pride of the country and the preserved memory of ancestors. The kitchen displays various stoves, butter churns, cooking utensils, and icebox, and even a recipe for making your own lye soap. A young couple were married and set up residence in a Chicago suburb. This beautiful 1883 dining room set was hand-carved in Norway and shipped to their home in America. Trolls in Norsk mythology. They dwell in isolated mountains and rocks and caves, typically larger than humans and usually quite ugly. We have a favorite exhibit in the museum, notable Norwegians, all of whom were born within 5 miles of the museum. Cy Johnson was a Major League Baseball pitcher for over 20 years, most notably known for being the last man to strike out Babe Ruth. When he wasn't playing baseball during the off-season, he came back to Norway to manage the Norway store. After retirement, he coached the Sheridan American League junior baseball team. Holger Nelson Tuftoy was born just north of Marseilles, Illinois. He made national attention in 1946 by predicting space travel to the moon. In 1944, Tuftoy recruited 100 German scientists, including Dr. Werner von Braun, to work for America. The results gave us our military lead, the space program, and so many technological advantages that now we all enjoy. On 13th of May, 1959, he was the subject of the television show This Is Your Life in Hollywood, when his enthusiasm and exuberance were seen by the entire country. Can you imagine our world today without General Tuftoy's leadership, initiative, persuasiveness, and persistence? This 25-foot timeline provides a visual aid showing how we came to America from the Viking Age to the present day. In our farm section, we include livestock, grain, dairy, thrashing day, blacksmithing, and even show tools to build your own farmhouse. This is our salute to the military, Norwegians who served in the Civil War to the present day. During our opening day celebration, you will find Viking souvenirs, selections for purchase. Rosemalling, Norwegian for rose painting, is the name of a form of decorative folk art that originated in the rural valleys of Norway. Rosemalling is a style of decorative painting on wood that uses styled flower ornamentation, scroll work, and geometric elements in flowing patterns. On opening day, you may witness a rosemalling expert showing a live demonstration. Hardanger is a form of embroidery traditionally worked with white thread. Here you see some of our volunteers preparing to serve you. Our Taste of Norway breakfast featuring fried kumle. Kumle is a potato dumpling, a local favorite. Sliced and fried for breakfast is terrific. Served with scrambled eggs, ham, bacon, waffles with lingonberry, and of course, hot coffee. A smorgasbord is nothing without that dessert table. This brings back fond memories of holiday gatherings past, featuring with kringle, gumma, lepsa, krumkake, fruit soup, rice pudding, and lots of cakes, and of course, coffee. Here's a seating at our smorgasbord, always a sellout, featuring lutefisk, kumle, ham, salads, meatballs, breads, and lots of desserts. This is our popular Temperance Dinner Theater, a light-hearted play about an average meeting of the Norway Temperance Association. There are plenty of 1880 temperance songs and music making for a fun night. After the opening day breakfast, visitors were entertained by folk dancing. Here's a close-up view of the folk dancers.
The name of that piece is Where's My Darling Tonight?
The history and examples of traditional folk dancing is demonstrated in a very entertaining manner. Our antique license plate collection is only out for display once a year for the annual Norway Car Show. Last Saturday in July is the setting for the Norway Car Show. Antique cars cover the entire museum property and throughout the village of Norway. School field trips are available by reservation. Private tours and special interest tours are also available. Our Viking ship is busy with the area parade circuit and local events throughout the Chicago area, seen by 500,000 spectators to date. Tack for visiting us. Opening day is the first Saturday in June. We are open every weekend from 1 to 5, June to September, or available year-round by appointment. Follow Norsk Museum on Facebook or visit our website www.norskmuseum.org for more information. After the tour, visit the Norway store just across the street. Farvel from Norway. Taxa.